Welcome to Two Mills. Stephen Shell with you here, hanging out on a Wednesday morning. Happy Hump Day, everybody. Thanks for getting up and hanging out with us on the Q and 98 Gold. Also streaming on WLQI977.com, 981WIBN.com. On YouTube as well. Facebook, just look for Tuieville. You'll find us hanging out all morning long. And we're excited to welcome to the program Mary Royston. She is the Center Director of Appletree in
Appleseed
in Rensselaer.
She likes apple trees too, but
apple tree in Rensselaer.
apple seed.
Okay. Apple seed in Rensselaer. You know what?
Is it apple tree?
It is Appletree.
Get out of here.
So
yes, I'm like,
Appletree.
I'm looking right at the email.
I'm writing apple seed on everything.
I'm looking right at the email that's in front of me that tells me what to say.
Look at that.
When I do these radio things.
Okay, why did I think it was apple seed?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know because
you
think it's growing.
I'm just
it's
messing
growing
with you.
It's growing.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Appletree director Mary Royston. See, Mary came in and she said she was nervous.
So Cheryl
but apparently it's Stephen Cheryl that need the help. So
right.
Good morning, Mary. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
We appreciate you you coming in and hanging out with us this morning.
See, this is what happens if you don't have an apple tree that you can go to as a youngin. 57 years later,
yes,
you act like you're dropped on your head and have no prep time.
Right,
that's
right. So even though we sat here and talked.
Yes, for sure.
So Mary, let's start with a little bit about you, and then we'll get into Appletree. So what brought you here to Appletree?
So yes, about a year ago, I decided to make Rensselaer my home by taking on the opportunity to lead Appletree. Just being here this past year, getting to know the families, the children, the whole community, it's been truly amazing and a great opportunity. And I'm so thankful to be here.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So what drove you to move from Warren County? You told you lived there.
Yes.
What drove you to actually take this opportunity and know that it was going to be life-changing for you?
I love early childhood education. It's so important. The growth of our children and watching them learn and grow is just amazing. There's nothing like it. And when I saw this opportunity become available, I jumped on it, and I just felt this is where I need to be. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I need to be.
You're called to,
yes.
You were called to the position, which
Absolutely.
is so important. That is like truly a marriage of like your love of children,
yes.
and now the children can benefit from that love.
Absolutely.
You know, so tell us a little bit about your background. Like, why is this such a great fit for you?
I have over 20 years experience in early childhood, and just growing and learning over the years has truly been an asset for me in this field. And like I said, just knowing that I can make a difference in Appletree and continue to help them learn and grow. Appletree has always been a big in the community, and I want to continue to help them grow.
Yeah.
I love it. This is where I'm meant to be. And I love working with the families, the children. Our staff is amazing. Our teachers are highly trained, dedicated, passionate. They love what they do. Love the children, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful place.
Well, I know it all stemmed from a kitchen table.
It did. Yes.
So tell some of our listeners that don't know that story.
So that story is truly amazing. And every time I just think about it, I really love it. So about 2.5 years ago, it did stem from around a kitchen table, dining room table. A group of farmers got together and they were just having a discussion, and, we're wondering what can they do to help their children grow and learn. And there was a huge need for early childhood in this area. There wasn't a high quality early childhood program in this area. So, they got together, they were talking about it. That's where the vision started. And then from there, Appletree or Appleseed partnered with Right Steps,
Mhm.
and that became a reality.
Yeah.
Right Steps helped them grow, and here we are.
Wow.
So yeah, it's
Mhm.
amazing.
Years later, and
Yeah.
and now it's helping the community in
It is. It's
so
helping the
many ways.
community. The parents can be reassured, families can be reassured when they drop their children off. They're safe, they're healthy, they're loved,
Mhm.
they're growing,
Mhm.
and all of that.
Well,
So,
yeah, because at the stages that you handle with the children, they're like little sponges. I mean, they're
absolutely.
taking in everything all day. And I remember being a single mom back then with two littles. I didn't have the peace of mind when I would go to work until I saw what they were learning and
Right.
kind of talk to them at the end of the day and how much fun they had. I realized I didn't have to worry about that
Mhm.
because they were growing as in leaps and bounds while I was doing what I needed to for the family.
Right.
But I remember how that was probably the most stressed I've ever been in
Mhm.
terms of decision making.
Right.
And I had some negative things go on with different daycares and centers. Um, so tell us about the ages that of the programs that you have, and are they open for enrollment and things like that
So
now?
we are enrolling at the moment. We do accept babies as young as 6 weeks, and we go all the way up to 5 years old. And we are enrolling for all
Those
of those
programs?
ages. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a scary thing as a parent. I had children. All of mine are grown now.
Mm-hmm.
But as a parent of young children, it is scary to leave your kids. You don't know
Right.
what's happening.
There's a
And
tremendous amount of guilt
there
and
is.
worry
And you just don't know,
Mhm.
nobody can love your kids like you can,
Right.
Mhm.
and so we try, we do the very next best thing.
Yeah.
We love our children. Our teachers are very, very passionate what they do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they're led by someone with over 20 years experience.
Yeah.
So how have you now that you've been doing it for over a year now,
A year, right at
correct?
about a year.
Okay.
Mhm.
How are you enjoying Rensselaer?
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, love the community.
Yes.
Everybody here has just been so welcoming.
Mhm.
Just love this area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're doing good things.
Yes.
So tell me too, I was reading in prepping for this and about what those next steps have been since we had Adam in studio,
Right.
And he's moved on to huge things for the
Yes,
state. So he's still
absolutely.
working
Yes.
as an advocate
Mhm.
in early childhood education. He's just doing it for the masses now.
Much bigger scale.
Correct.
Yes.
Bigger scale. And he's left this to you
Yes.
now,
Mhm.
and a the board
Right.
and other center directors. So tell me about, I was reading about Paths to Quality
Yes.
and how that works into your center.
So Pass to Quality is a rating system through the state. We are currently at level 3 Pass to Quality. It can go all the way up to 4. Currently, we're level 3, which means that we do meet the high standards to provide high quality child care to our community. So, and
Excellent.
that's a state level thing. So that's big.
So
And
is it curriculum?
it is. Yes,
Okay.
we have our curriculum. It's a play-based curriculum. Children learn through play. And it's wonderful. And, I always tell my teachers, every moment is a teachable moment.
Mm-hmm.
And so all throughout the day, the kids are learning, they're
Mhm.
playing, they're engaging, they're doing all kinds of, they're building their curiosity, their confidence. So,
And even at 57, that's so important.
Mhm.
At 87, that's important. That
Absolutely.
curiosity and really giving yourself time to teach in moments that are not necessary. Like everything is a teachable
it
moment
is
is
every
really
single thing when
yeah.
they're this young, every
Yeah.
single moment. It could be mealtime, it can be any moment during the day
Mhm.
is a teachable moment.
Yeah. I see that all the time. I'm on FaceTime all the time because my 4 grandbabies are in North Carolina. So I have to do a lot of it, finding out about their day through FaceTime and things
Mhm.
like that. And the second to the youngest, Evie, so Evelyn, has not been going to daycare consistently, and she's the only one that hadn't.
Mhm.
Kippy is too young. I mean,
Right.
he's not too young for your program, but he's not really enrolled yet all the
Mhm.
time. But Evelyn doesn't know how to share. She wants to bop people over the head for taking anything of hers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny, the other two, the older two, Nora and Jet, grew up in daycare because mama, was working. And
Mhm.
so it's a whole different thing because they had to learn young
Right.
how to do that.
Right.
And it's just funny to see the same, her as a mom,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
try to have to teach something that's foreign to Evie
Right.
just because of the circumstances.
Mhm.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I'm sure with your staff viewing it as teachable moments,
Mhm.
that's really important
It
in
is.
terms of being able to do that for first grade,
It
but
is.
nipping that early, if you will, and
Mhm.
sharing that. So,
And each classroom is a stepping stone for the next.
mhm.
So the infants are learning things that they, obviously will benefit them when they turn 1, and then the 1-year-olds for when they turn 2, and so
Yeah.
forth. So
Yeah.
and then our olders, the ones that are getting ready to go to kindergarten, will be doing the kindergarten readiness kind of work and just kind of preparing them for that next step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, it's as an adult, like we don't really think about, if you're not into it, you're not really thinking about the last time I remember feeling uncomfortable was when my kids went into freshman year.
Mm,
Like that
okay.
was, and then they went into college and it's like the real nail biter,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
But really for the littles, going to kindergarten is a
That's a-
very big deal.
That's a
That's
very
big deal.
That is.
Mhm.
It's huge.
You know.
And I mean, they are excited, they're scared, they're, all of those big emotions.
Yeah.
But it's a big deal.
Wow.
And so we treat it as such.
Yeah. It's
And
almost
so-
like preparation
Mhm.
starts so many years before.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, what you're doing is so vital
Mhm.
for the community. And I think it's obvious our community cannot exist with the younger generation if we don't offer those kind of offerings.
Absolutely.
To
So
put that
important.
peace of mind,
Mhm.
into people's head and allow them to do the work they have to do in order to earn the living
Right.
So it really does take a community.
It really does.
So now if people have questions
Mhm.
and they want to get in touch with you,
Right.
when do they want to start? When does let's say I'm pregnant, which I'm not. So don't, let's not fuel the rumor mill. But if I'm pregnant, when am I starting to look at these programs and things like
I've
that?
got some expectant moms now starting, and
Okay.
they might not be due until the first of the year. So I don't believe it's ever too early.
Mhm.
They can contact us. We do work off of a wait list, although our wait list is not lengthy at this point.
Mhm.
But that's how we start our whole enrollment process and scheduling tours. So they're
Okay.
welcome to give me a call at the center,
Mhm.
219-206-1542. They can also access our website, rightstepscdc.org, for more information about our program.
Okay. And so then it's never too early.
Right.
So
Never too early.
never too early.
Nope.
And it's not too late. So if
Not
you're,
too late.
it's probably suggested, I would think, if people are in a different program, to take a look at other programs just to know what's out there.
Sure.
So and that's done through calling your center at 219-206-1542.
Correct.
And then scheduling a tour.
Yes.
And how long is the tour?
It varies. It
Okay.
could be, we take our time and we, walk them around and they meet the teachers and the staff, and I answer any questions that they may have. So it could vary. It could go up to an hour at
Mhm.
most, probably.
And you do have openings for people that are accepting assistance through the state.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so don't let that stop you. If there's an interest there,
Absolutely.
it's work outable.
Yes.
So that's, if you have questions on that, don't be ashamed, don't be afraid,
Mhm.
put those out there so that you're in the know.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
anything else we didn't cover today? Goes fast, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does. It goes really fast.
Right?
Yes. But
Yeah.
I really appreciate the opportunity to tell our story. It's
Absolutely.
such an asset in our community. And yes, please give me a call if anyone has any questions.
And where are you located?
We are located on Grace Street right here in Rensselaer, next to Franciscan Hospital.
Oh, Okay, so we all know where Franciscan
Yeah.
is, and so you're
Right
right next
behind,
door.
right behind the physical therapy building. We're
Great.
right there. So
Okay,
Mhm.
awesome.
All right. Once again, it's rightstepcdc.org. You can also call 219-206-1542 or look for, now on Facebook, it's Appleseed. So look for Appleseed on
Yes.
Facebook or for Right Step CDC on Facebook as well. So I understand where the confusion came in because it's Appleseed Childhood Education. Appletree is the Rensselaer Center. Did I get that right?
Absolutely.
So
yes.
so that's where the confusion came in. So it's both. So you got both in there.
Okay,
So
'cause
yeah.
she said Appleseed later
Right.
too, and I went, "Oh my gosh, should I just
Yep.
trip everybody
Yeah.
up here?"
Nope. It's all it's all in there.
Yeah.
So yep.
Yes.
So it's all there. So yeah. So visit them to find out more. We've been hanging out with Mary Royston from the Appletree's director. Mary, thank you so much for getting up and coming in and hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, we're excited to have you and for folks to find out more about what you guys are doing there. We'll take a break, come back, and we got plenty of fun still to be had this morning here in Deweyville. Good morning.